Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sammy with another Let's Talk movie video. So yes, the title was right. We are actually going to be talking about the Totally Spies movie. Cause I remember growing up, I was totally obsessed with Totally Spies. I loved Clover. You'd think that even though there was a character with my name, I would actually like her best. But as a child, like Clover did it for me. So let's begin our movie. So it starts off with Robert, a concert. He's like a rock star, and we see him checking out himself in the mirror, and all of a sudden, like we see his eyes go all circly, so you know he's being hypnotized. And the dude legit just walked out, and we see where he got warped up in the air. So I instantly assume, okay, he's been abducted by alien. And I'm wondering, like, such a big celebrity, because there was like a huge crowd there at his concert, and I'm like, nobody saw this dude just walked out. There was no paparazzi, nothing. So him just walk out, got abducted just like that. It happened that the girls, all three of them, ended up at the same spot, like right in front of this sushi restaurant, right? And instantly the statue, it'd be like a statue, right? Like that's over the the building. It just came tumbling down, and they immediately jumped out of the way. I'm like, oh shoot, you know how lucky they were, blah blah blah. And the sushi roll kept rolling down. But obviously Jerry wouldn't be satisfied, because this is a test, right, to see how skillful they are. And he made something that just fired it back in their direction. So anyway, they ended up on top of the sushi roll. I don't know how, because this thing is so high, but they ended up on it, right? And they're running on it, trying to figure out how they're gonna get off. And Clover had this belt. This is like the longest belt I have ever seen. Like it fits around her tiny waist, but anyways, they threw it and fling it over this like arch bridge, like, and then wrap it round the sushi roll. So if they're stretching, I'm like, guys, make it make sense, please. The sushi roll ended up did knock over one cart with some like animals, so they were loose too, and it was just chaos. Anyways, they ended up getting after that. The sushi roll exploded into smaller sushi rolls. Again, cartoon logic, just don't take it serious. Even in the end, Clover even reclaimed their belt, and it was just back to normal size. I don't know, but I want a belt that can turn into a rope whenever I need it to, cause that shit was very handy. Completely forgot how annoying Mandy was. Like, she was the worst. I don't know how they never whooped her ass.
Hello! I am not getting any younger, losers! That's more like it! You! Wash and wax my whip.
Yes, Mandy, right away.
And I don't want to see any streaks when I look at my reflection in the hood.
Whoa.
You! Rotate my rims, defog my mirrors, and fluff my seat cushion. Pronto!
But yeah, Mandy was a witch for absolutely no reason at all. Like, you know, I'm the popular girl, so I get to boss around everybody. So now we see Samantha, right? Sam standing up, and she's there. Standing. Everybody was there gathered, and then it came over the intercom like, all new students, please come to the principal office. So she made her way there, and that's when she realized that Clover and Alex were also at the same school, and they're chatting. Half of them already dropped down in front of the principal. Like, completely forgot the principal was there. Just like, oh, I can't believe you're here too. And, you know, the cute little high school girl talk and stuff. And straight off the bat, the principal did not like Sam. And she didn't even hide it. She made it obvious. Like, she basically told Sam, like, buttering up to her, not gonna make any difference and whatever. And, like, just picking on Sam for no reason at all. That lady was, like, a witch. So, it happened that Mandy, you know, she always playing pranks on them. And she ended up soaking them with like something from like a juice machine, I would say it is. and he sprayed them completely, soaked them. But Clover, she always got all the clothes and stuff because she's a fashionista of the group, and she had a closet that was in her locker. Like she literally just pressed a button, and then this long wardrobe thing you just push out, and the girl change. And then I completely forgot how really techy this cartoon was. Like this cartoon was like way back, like from probably I was like 14, 13 at that time when it came out. And the tech stuff, like I really wish technology was like there. No, it's just really awesome. So anyways, they felt something started to shake, and immediately thought it was an earthquake, but got sucked through the locker, and they think that they were abducted by aliens. But no, this is where the girls actually met Jerry for the first time. So him introduced himself and make him know that he's been watching them like ever since they were small because they have the small gene. So yeah, they met Jerry and Todd. Todd is the other another spy. Clover all heart eyes over him. But yeah, him tell him so basically him want them to become a spies, and that him think they have potential, and tell him say like he's the reason why they basically met up, and what happened with the sushi roll because that was a test. And then pissed be like, you know what, no, we're absolutely not interested in being a whoop agent, and he ended up sending them back. But we know Jerry, like really, Jerry not gonna just let them go like that. So while Mandy and her minions were out, we saw this ad came on, right? Like this ad is plays a very important. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this for a cartoon. But yeah, pay attention to this ad.
Do you desire a superior look? Do you crave the genetically unattainable? Do you long for others to snipe at you behind your back out of sheer envy?
Yes, yes, and hecka yes!
Then the Fabulizer is the process for you.
And again, this cartoon was so above like its time. Or am I saying that right? Or beyond its time? That's the word, right? I think I got the sentence right. But anyways, you know what I mean. But yeah, like looking at now with all of the surgeries, like everybody, this unattainable beauty basically. They push plastic surgery in your face. You got the BBL. Again, nothing is wrong with doing your body. But then again, it's like people who don't get surgery, it seems as if they're not beautiful anymore because they don't have like that. They're not at that level that society think that they should be. And I think it's low key sad. And sometimes I'm not trying to get really deep. It's a cartoon, but God, it got me thinking. It's like this world make you so insecure sometimes that you forget to love yourself. Like you're constantly the images are constantly thrown in your face. The small waist, big hip, big bust, lighter skin. Because we know have people who are bleaching their skin constantly. And I'm not even gonna say it's only black people. You have other POC who bleaches their skin. It just shows more on actually darker tone because obviously we're darker. So when we bleach our, adjust our skin color in any way, it's more noticeable basically. So back at the girls' home now, we see that Jerry has been starting to mess with the girls. Like she got a nightmare, like so she woke up and her computer had a virus. She threw it up on the computer because it started a fire, and then the fire extinguisher started. Alex was let off in the middle of nowhere. Clover there, buying something. I think it was juice or tea, some stuff like that. At her cards, all her cards got declined, and she was arrested. So she, Clover, now calls Sam and everybody like, yo, I feel like Jerry's messing with us. Like, you wouldn't believe what happened to me. And they ended up calling Jerry, and he's like, I can fix this all in like a blink of an eye. You know what to do, girls. And they agreed, and did his little sucking thingy and brought them back to where he was. And I'm like, Jerry, these are children. Like, why is this grown ass man messing with a couple of teenagers? Like, looking at it, no, I was like, not cool at all. So Jerry basically told them that, okay, the training starts today. We have 48 hours to, put you guys into tip top spy shape. And I'm like, 48 hours. So, all of us I need to become a spy. Okay, Jerry. And I did not know that Jerry was this badass.
Time to focus, ladies. I'm going to show you a foolproof whoop kata called Blender of Death. Observe the 5 lethal speeds. Jump, crash, grind, liquefy. Okay, now you show me Blender of Death.
The girls then mimic this technique and they legit slice through metal because they whooped a robot ass, and I'm like, I don't know. They not even gonna try to make sense of it. Just know that they beat the robot up with bare hands. Okay, so they got their first mission to investigate the celebrities that has been going missing, and the last person that was supposed to go that went missing was the wolf guy. And I didn't even know Clover was actually the one who came up with the design for the girls' them outfit. Like,
Already whipping up a few new designs?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh my. No! No. I don't think so.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh, now that's more like it.
very well then.
Awesome.
oh, awesome is a compounder. Like, I want a compounder so bad. I would not buy clothes again. Like, how does it even work? Like, does it? Don't try to make sense of it, Sam. Anyways, that's not a compact powder thing. It was awesome. So now the girls disguised themselves and they went to Mr. Wolf's mansion. Like I tell you, he's the animal whisperer. So there's a lot of celebrities there, demanding to see him. His secretary, because he's obviously missing. She don't know what to tell the people them, but they're there. So the girls came up with the plan to, cause a commotion so that they can sneak off to his room. And Alex, she had a little piggy. a little piggy with her, and she made him, start to create some noise amongst the animals, and that's how they snuck off. So they ended up in his room, and that's when they found a camera, and connecting their compact thing to it, they were able to look back at what had happened. So they ended up finding him after he had gotten like some makeover, and they froze it and saw a receipt that he had in his hand, and just take a note of that receipt, that diamond logo that was on it. Anyways, they got out and instantly they were run over by some crowd of people. So they followed them and realized that there was the logo plastered like everywhere. There were flyers of the logo everywhere, and that's when they realized that there were some, like, a promotion basically going on, telling you how to fabulize yourself. And everybody, I mean, everybody was lining up to get fabulized. Everybody wants to look the same. I don't get why, but everybody. So somebody knows the girls are on their way back to school, and they were attacked by they were attacked by this other spaceship, and instantly, they're starting to press buttons and stuff. All one at a time. Alex ended up outside and she was on the other spaceship, but she ended up back in the plane. Alex apparently, which Alex is a teen, she actually is licensed to drive to fly an airplane. I can't say drive a plane, right? Can you drive a plane? To drive an airplane? To fly an airplane. Yeah, so they're doing this, and that's when you realize that they found out that the plane could go invisible, and they did that, and that's how they escaped. But looking at this cartoon, like looking back on Totally Spies, like it knocked off like a lot of ideas from previous cartoon. Like I'm not even gonna say it's not knocking off other cartoons. It's probably like showing you like you respect in some ways. Cause I saw a little of Sailor Moon in there, Scooby Doo. There was Justice League as well. Those were the few that I noticed straight off the bat. It's like growing up, watching it as a grown up, I noticed those references a lot. Cause you even remember even in the outfit, they had a Sailor Moon outfit there, and I think even one time, I think Sam was dressed as Darian. I think so. So back at school now, we see that everybody has been fabulized. Mandy and her stupid ass friends, like the whole school. And Jerry was there disguised, and they kind of came to the conclusion that okay, people are going missing after they have been fabulized, right? So they know that the culprit is definitely the person who came up with the fabulizing machine. They decided that they were going to trail one of the person who had been fabulized, and Mandy was the chosen target to tail. So they showed up at her mansion, and they saw when she was just walking in a trance, and they followed her, and that's when they realized that there were like a lot of people doing the same thing. They were walking on this lonely beach in the middle of the night, and then that's when you see like this spaceship um teleporting people up into the air. And
Fabulous! Orky! What did they do to you? I've gotta say, that was...
the girls are in the ship and decided that they are going to try to do it. They're going to try to disguise themselves really poorly too, because the one key thing that would make them blend in more they didn't have, which was like the blonde soup. In the spaceship now, they know that okay, we're definitely in trouble, they need to send help, and they decided to try to get in contact with Jerry, but they didn't, so they just sent a distress message, and Todd got it and instantly put it in like the trash bin on the computer. That's how we knew that Todd was a piece of shit. Like, yeah, Todd isn't a good guy. So now we find out that our criminal is this washed up model. I wouldn't even say I'm washed up because his career lasted like a whole 5 minutes. His name is Fabu. Original, right? His name is Fabu, and his career ended when he was on the runway and sneezed, and all of his clothes fell off. Again, don't try to make sense of it, guys. It's a cartoon, and I absolutely love the ridiculousness. Fabu's plan was basically he's going to put all of the pretty fabulous people on one large spaceship where they're going to live a life of luxury and with just only pretty people, and all the people who decided to not get fabulized will be destroyed on the earth. So Alex heard this and instantly shouted out and caught the attention of everybody, and that's how they realized that there's spies on the ship, and the henchmen started going after them. They got their ass whooped and got captured.
Hello? Conformity is so 3 years ago?
Yeah, because when everyone looks the same, beauty has no meaning.
Sam said this part best. I really think people have lost sight of that, especially in 2022. So the bad guy Fabu said that he was going to unfabulous the girls, which is really stupid because he was like he's going to make them ugly and undesirable. Like all he did was like Alex got like acne. I think it was acne, or it was like really freckles all over her face. Clover got a really bushy unibrow. He like that guy from Bugs Bunny with the boots. Like his mustache on her eyebrow, and then Sam was just turned like a light shade of green. Yeah, that's it. So before the girls were shipped out into space, the agent Todd showed up, right? So the girls, I'm happy because them think say, alright, we'll get rescued. Nope. Todd make sure make them know say, yeah, I'm not here to save you, because before you girls came, like, I was the center of attention. I was Jerry, you know, right hand man. I know that you guys are here. I'm not getting the attention that I need. So we realized that Todd is acting like a child. This grown ass man is acting like a child, and he's jealous of these teenage high school girls and want to get rid of them and to save the day, to suck up to Jerry, to become Jerry's favorite again. But you know, the girls obviously gonna escape. So while the thingy was getting ready to launch them off, um Alex found one of the bubblegum gadget thingy that they had gotten from Jerry that exploded. Well, it kind of just, you know, expand. They were in like this tube thing, and that's how she ended up like escaping. It blowed up. That makes no sense. Anyways, it blowed up and she escaped, and she ended up pulling down the lever to stop the other girls from flying out. So that's how they escaped. The trash can thingy back at where Jerry was, it spit out the message right in front of him, like on the screen. And that's when he got the distress message that the girl had sent and Todd had deleted. So now, speaking of Todd, him there acting like he's badass, show himself in front of the bad guy and his henchman, and got his ass whooped. Like, this dude continues to talk about how inexperienced the girls are, and dude got beaten up just like that, like easy. Like, even the bad guy himself, who is this like pretty boy, and he make the guy like whoop his ass. So him ended up getting stuck onto the bomb that they were going to use to blow up Earth. And Todd, oh god, you're so disappointing, Todd. So now the bomb had been launched off in space, and the girls them know that they had to defuse it, because yeah, this is going to Earth. So they attached themselves with the belt thingy on it, and that's how they ended up on it. So they found a book trying to defuse it, but it was in a code that they did not know, and Alex did this.
Hey, maybe we can use the Whoop employee manual to stop it.
Good thinking. See if there's a chapter on bombs. Okay, either Jer hired a chimpanzee to type this up, or it's written in some kind of weird Whoop code.
Don't worry, guys. I think we can still use it.
This worked. Yeah, Jerry ended up catching the girls because, you know, they deactivated the bomb, and Jerry brought him over to his spaceship. They say Fufu tattoo, and then that's when they realized like the bomb was now in the projection of the spaceship where all of those people who have been fabulized were on. So they had to hurry up and get back on that spaceship, to try to get people off, unless they would die, right? So now when they reach back on the spaceship, Alex said over the intercom, guys, there's a literal bomb coming towards everybody, still hypnotized, because the chip that they had on their face, the mole, it was actually a chip to hypnotize them. So even after saying that, nobody really cared, because again, they're under hypnosis. And that's when Clover destroyed the diamond shaped thingy that was hypnotizing people, and that's how they got back to their senses. They lost all the features that they had done, the cosmetics procedures that were done to them just disappeared just like that. So yeah, they were back to normal, and they were evacuated onto the spaceship that Jerry was on, which again, I don't think it was that big enough spaceship to hold. So don't try to make sense of it. Anyways, they came up just in time, and that's when the bomb coincided with the other with the spaceship and blew it up. Okay, so you know they chased after Fabu and they caught him. Obviously they were going to catch him, and yeah, them lock him up. Todd ended up being got locked up too because what he did was basically, you know, an awful thing. Would that be treason? Would that be considered treason? But yeah, him get up locked up with a criminal too. They ended up transferring the principal, so they got a new principal, and we all know that Jerry was the one who did that. They didn't say, but obviously we know that he had something to do with that principal going like some far ass place to teach, probably like Alaska or whatever. And yeah, that was basically the movie. Oh, and
Hate when there's a squash bug on my windshield! Hey, newbies! Wash and wax my whip like pronto!
No props. I hope you like extra foam.
What else? Just get it clean!
Clover, what are you doing? Getting Mandy back when she least expects it. With a little help from the pomade grenade.
so yeah, that was the movie. I absolutely enjoyed this. It had me laughing. It reminded me of how much I loved watching this as a kid growing up. Even watching it now, I can't say I didn't enjoy it because I was laughing probably a bit too hard for my age. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please do like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and also leave a comment down below. And until next time, bye guys.